Joy is not in things, it is in us. That quote will stop and make you think, especially this time of year. But joy is in us, each of us. And tonight, it's my pleasure to share joy with you. We're not certain how history will paint 2020, but from my perspective, it's been filled with moments to both celebrate and smile, created by people who spread joy, people who bring joy. Remember, joy is in us. I'm going to ask you to rewind your brain a little bit. Remember at the beginning of the pandemic how hard it was to find PPE? You couldn't go to any store and find masks like you can now. So some people saw this as an opportunity. Like Ari Seals, this low-country seamstress made dozens upon dozens of masks to keep folks safe from COVID-19. She donated one mask to a healthcare professional for each mask she sold. And when she needed more material or thread, she didn't even have to open her wallet.
I don't feel like issues with supplies would be a problem at all because I'm getting donations. So the community is really helping. Even people that don't live here, they're sending me money to buy supplies.
Like father, like son, these two also worked with donors and volunteers to protect our healthcare workers. They provided more than 600 masks and $4,000 to buy supplies for MUSC.
I think by protecting our frontline workers, we protect ourselves in a sense. And if we can get the community, which the community has just rushed in with immense support to help us, if we can get the community to help those people, then we're essentially helping ourselves and the community and the well-being of our future.
We quickly realized our doctors and nurses and all the other people who work in the medical field are true heroes. We can't even count how many lives have been saved. Terry Whalen started a grassroots effort to help her colleagues. The Roper St. Francis RN made a post back in July asking for donations from money to gift cards, a move that led to an outpouring of appreciation.
I just decided to make that my platform and stand in solidarity with my sisters and brothers and just, make them feel loved and appreciated and just feel the joy because, girl, we're in this together. And if we don't get this part right, all the other things that we're looking at and talking about and swirling around on social media won't matter, because this is very real for each one of us in our community.
Today, we are serving meals for 2 weeks.
We've never sent out this many in one day.
Keeping people fed was a challenge, one that Meals on Wheels met and exceeded. East Cooper Meals on Wheels has been working to serve low-country families for decades, delivering thousands of meals every week. Volunteer Brian Connor is one of many who helped to make it happen when families needed it most.
Sometimes I might be the only person some of these people see all day. Several ladies have told me that they just always look forward to seeing me, so that makes me feel great. Take care, stay safe.
From seniors to students, the Charleston County Public Library, CCSD, and the Low Country Food Bank teamed up to provide free weekly meals to kids this summer.
Especially this year with so many added hardships that families are facing, it is crucial that we step in as libraries and offer this service to our patrons.
And people in the Low Country truly have giving hearts. Word spreads fast when someone has a need, like Maureen Gifford. She works at the Target in Mount Pleasant. Everyone knows her because she's so friendly and kind. When word got out, it took her hours to get to work because she had to take the bus and walk. Donations came pouring in, more than $20,000. We were there when Maureen found out just how much she's loved.
I'm so happy. Your life is being changed right now, and it's all because of what a great person you are and the generous community that we live in.
I'm not going to have to beg people when it rains, and I'm going to be able to get back into going to church again.
Maureen eventually got herself a new set of wheels. Whether you work in retail, a grocery store, food service, in healthcare, education, or are a first responder, here at ABC News 4, we just want to give a big thank you to everyone who got us through this pandemic, especially those first few months with the work-from-home order. You all are pretty amazing, and we salute you. Our Jefferson Award series has been a great source of positivity. Our Dean Stevens spends all year featuring one person or one organization. Everyone we meet goes above and beyond in the area of community service and volunteerism. And boy, did we ever need it this year.
We began 2020 in Colleton County. Deputy Kevin Smalls, the Christmas miracle for a man walking from Florida to Virginia. Deputy said God spoke to him, told him to help the person walking along that rural county road. He did, and paid his bus ticket to Virginia. Little did we know how much we would need our February winner. Tish Voigt runs a small nonprofit in Mount Pleasant, Spiritual Bliss. It's pay as you can. It's a place for peace and comfort, a place to find your center. Call it foreshadowing of what was to come in our lives. Christine England was our May winner as the pandemic closed down in-dining options. She turned to Facebook to help low-country eateries, highlighting the options and undoubtedly helped keep some mom-and-pop shops open during these difficult days. Shot after shot, bucket after bucket, our June winner, Deb Antonelli, forced to adjust her game, took her fundraiser from inside a gym to her driveway. She raised more than $125,000 for South Carolina Special Olympics. July, we introduced you to Heidi Dries. She stopped when many others may have driven by, assisted and gave comfort and aid to Deputy Mike Costanzo on that Don Holt Bridge following a fatal accident. To know her is to know grace. September brought us a phone call from a local minister. She wanted to spread the good work of Lewis Moore, a low-country man who took interest in his time to help redesign a church graveyard. In October, we traveled to McClellanville and met Elliot Middleton. All he does is repair and refurbish donated cars just to give them to families in need for free. And topping off our 2020 Jefferson Award list, Rick Walls, new to town, but not to service work. His mission is to provide support to our military members and veterans, names and organizations that help make the Low Country a little better, a little at a time, every day.
How do you ever say thank you enough to the people who saved your life? Those are the words of a grateful Mount Pleasant pastor. 9 months ago, Steve Wood didn't know if he'd ever get off an ICU ventilator at East Cooper Medical Center. Now, he's alive to tell his story. Our Rachel Ellis tells us a story of hope and recovery.
But you can do the job when you're in town.
A chorus of gratitude surrounds Steve Woods' holiday heroes.
And to be able to tell the doctors, the nurses, the techs, and all the staff, just to be able to look at them and say thank you.
Back in March, Steve called his sons to say goodbye.
I said, you need to know I love you. You need to know I'm proud of you and the men you've become, and I'm proud of your families. And I prayed with them.
I don't remember much from the day I was admitted. I really don't remember much from March 19th to April 1st.
The faith leader spent 20 days at East Cooper Medical Center battling COVID-19. He spent 10 of them on a ventilator.
As a Christian, I'm comfortable about my eternal security, but I had a lot of temporal fear. I mean, what was going to happen? You know, was it going to hurt? Would I wake up?
Steve's medical team says he was a fighter.
We had not any answers at this time, and he kind of wavered in like this little scary zone.
We got through it, and he got through it.
It's an extra special time of year for the COVID-19 survivor.
I had to hand over control of my life to somebody else. And I had to literally, not just figuratively, but literally put my life in their hands while they took care of me on a machine.
This Christmas, Steve has a new ornament signed by the people who saved his life.
I'm okay. And I'm okay because they did their job and they did it very well.
Fred Gadsden was admitted to Roper St. Francis in July. Today, he's doing well. He has a message for anyone battling this deadly virus.
You just got to keep pushing yourself. You can't let it get you down. You have to continue to keep trying to make yourself feel better.
It really, really touched me. For him, you know, especially after he had delivered our package, to come back. So he went out of his way to go purchase the flowers and the card and bring it back to the house.
We need more people like this Amazon delivery driver in this world. A Lowcountry man was touched by this random act of kindness. Carlos Pagan and his wife Denise had a sign posted outside their home, letting visitors know that Carlos was undergoing chemotherapy. A sign that prompted their Amazon driver to not only leave a package, but come back with flowers and a card.
He wasn't delivering any packages to us on Sunday. He just wanted to make sure that whoever was undergoing the cancer treatment was okay.
The two met through the window and were able to exchange names, stories, and words of encouragement. We love this story. Now to one of our very own right here at ABC News 4. Miss Pamela is our #1 fan. She works in our promotions department, and you may have seen her happily handing out swag at our events or even in a promo video. She's always there for others, providing a helping hand or just an ear to listen. So after spending some time in the hospital, we made sure her homecoming was one to remember.
It was an amazing day simply because it was an opportunity for all the employees of Pamela to come by and to acknowledge her being back home and to also to try to, kind of uplift her, cheer her up.
Oh my God! Spare me! Your lips. Spare me!
Miss Pamela and I have a very special relationship, so I just thought today I would show up and try to give something back to her. So I wanted to present song.
You've lost that love and feeling, now I'm gone.
Dean did a great job. Not the best singer, we all know that, right? But he was very animated, and it was Pamela just really enjoyed it. But I cannot thank Dean enough.
Yeah, baby!
My mom really does put like a really good effect on people, like such a good effect on people. My mom loves everybody. She's such a loving person, and it just makes my heart melt by how many people like she affects and how many people came by and actually show support and still love my mom even though she's going through what she's going through.
I just hope that this does give her the boost that she needs, because nothing is more powerful than love, and she's going to get through this, and we cannot wait to see her get help.
And there's good news to share. The smile you see on Miss Pamela's face is one of true joy. Through it all, her faith has led to an answer to everyone's prayers. As of October 7th, Miss Pamela is cancer-free. We were all so happy to welcome her back to work December 1st. Lowcountry teachers and students are used to tests, but not like the way they were tested this year with virtual learning. Parents soon found out how underappreciated teachers and all school staff were, and they did their best to let them know how truly remarkable they are.
Air hug! We love you!
This is Teacher Appreciation Week.
Thank you!
Be careful, we'll see you soon. And obviously things are a lot different for us this year.
Love you!
With over 120 staff members, it would have been really hard to deliver presents, so we decided to throw a party here.
Seniors didn't get their diplomas at the end of the school year. The class of 2020 waited for weeks to graduate, wondering if they'd ever get to use the caps and gowns they bought. But eventually they did, even though that walk across the stage turned into a drive-through. Grads still got to celebrate their accomplishments.
I'm graduating today.
Okay, smile. He came through some stuff and he made it.
I've been waiting for this. She's graduating a year early.
I feel blessed to be able to graduate after the pandemic.
Top 10 teacher cadet, 3.9 GPA.
We work hard our whole life, for this accomplishment.
All right. Hey, get a shot.
It's a bittersweet moment. It's a God-given hand, and we will play it, the right way and look forward to advancing our future.
Congratulations.
Come on, Mama. Come on, Mama.
You finished taking pictures? You take a picture of me, Mama.
2020!
While doing school from home and working from home, we learned to love our families a little more. A lot of home improvement projects were tackled when people decided they needed more space. But one woman's idea of home improvement meant more giggles and hugs.
Like it? Look at the people over there. Look.
A passion for parenting.
And I just by nature have a heart that wants to help everybody and everything.
Even the four-legged and feathered variety can't escape Melissa Wiles-Wiggins' compassionate heart.
Probably about 90% of the animals I have are all rescued.
From horses to chickens, dogs, and cats.
I try to save a lot of things.
This labor and delivery nurse's heart, like their farm, is bursting with love.
About 4 years ago, when my son and my husband's children had grown up and my daughter was in high school and never home, I decided the house was pretty quiet and I felt that it was the time to then pursue foster care.
A fervent pursuit fueled by faith.
My husband and I are strong Christians. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and although our journey was not to intend to adopt, I feel like that's what God wanted us to do. Right? You think? Yeah? Yeah.
They answered the call, kept the faith, and their family has multiplied in the midst of a pandemic. A welcome home to those who need it the most.
I am happy that we can provide a permanent home for the kids. I have amazing kids. I've been lucky.
Lucky times 11 to be exact. These once foster children have found themselves woven into a tapestry of what unconditional love looks like. The final 5 adoptions were finalized in typical 2020 fashion.
The courts definitely were delayed. No in-person court hearings, so the adoptions were all done virtually.
But there's virtually no lack of heartfelt gratitude and love.
I feel blessed to be in a wonderful home with Mom, and I'm so glad that she cared for each one of us individually and love us for who we are and accept us in her family.
It's an act that Melissa wishes more families would consider.
One thing that I hear a lot of people say is that, oh, I could never foster because I would get too attached.
A beneficial bond, she says, that shouldn't be avoided because of fear.
The kids need foster homes that will love them during that time, and if they go home, they could maintain a relationship if they choose to, or if they don't go home, they could open their home to adoption.
A forever home full of love and joy.
Happy holidays!
A lot of families expanded in 2020, and our hospitals came up with the cutest ways to dress up the newborns. Look at these adorable little Ghostbusters. Somerville Medical Center created these onesies for the NICU newborns in September, paying homage to Lowcountry celebrity Bill Murray for his 70th birthday. And families also grew right here at the ABC News 4 family. Our very own Brody Hart and his wife Katie welcomed their son, Henry Afton Hart, last month. Thank you for joining us for Positively 2020. We hope that we left your hearts as warm as hot chocolate and fresh baked cookies. Wait, I think I just saw something streak across the sky. Can you tilt the camera up? Yeah, all right, let's see how close Santa is getting to the Lowcountry.
The ABC News 4 Santa Tracker is sponsored by Citadel Mall.
Continue to track Santa Claus all across the globe. It started very early this morning as Santa was in the Far East, the Pacific Ocean, moved across the Indian Ocean, headed toward the Middle East, and then made his way into Europe a little bit earlier this evening. Watched him pass through Germany, France, Switzerland, Spain, and now Santa Claus over top of the Atlantic Ocean. Lots of waves out there, and Santa Claus just continues to fly along. Now, by the time Santa gets here, hopefully Rudolph has that red nose turned on because there's going to be plenty of clouds. There's going to be some rain in the area, and we're going to be dealing with some gusty winds. But where Santa Claus flies, it's always windy up there. He's used to the wind. Hopefully you're tracking along at home. We'll keep you up to date.